climate change adaptation planning for the 4 pilot areas. Marine and coastal resources. Most threats and risks stem from climate variability, which is a negative consequence of global climate change, especially variations in rainfall, rising sea levels, increases in sea surface temperature, alterations to coastline characteristics, and other factors. These can affect coral reefs, which are particularly sensitive to increases in sea surface temperature and changes in water quality, especially low salinity and high turbidity. In addition, there are also human activities such as destructive fishing practices, inappropriate coral reefs tourism, inadequately planned coastal development, waste and water discharges, as well as other sea and land activities, which may also have a direct impact on coral reefs. To mitigate impacts on the coral reefs, research studies have suggested the following 4 adaptation strategies and their benefits. Strategy 1. Control tourism threats through monitoring of diving activities. Raise awareness and increase knowledge, as well as supported integrated management efforts, and develop a follow-up plan for various tourism activities. Strategy 2. Control water pollution threats by evaluating water quality near coral reefs areas, maintaining water quality within appropriate conditions, raising awareness and increasing knowledge, as well as supporting integrated management efforts and establishing a plan to monitor water quality around the reef. Strategy 3. Control sedimentation threats by promoting appropriate integrated management of coastal areas and rigorously overseeing the development of the coastal areas. Strategy 4. Control threats from fisheries by prohibiting destructive fishing practices, raising awareness and increasing knowledge, as well as supporting integrated fisheries management and developing a plan to monitor fishing activities around the reef area. Priorities for adaptation in agriculture. Under current climate conditions, it was found that risks and vulnerabilities in agriculture are most severe in the southern and northern provinces, while the central coastal provinces experience low levels of risk. Drought is the most significant risk to agriculture in the short to the medium-term future. The danger from heat is a main risk, while flooding is a minor risk for agriculture. Recommendations for agricultural adaptation planning in coastal provinces are summarized below. Explore adaptation measures for agricultural production and mutual benefits, such as introducing drought-resistant plants, as well as enhancing appropriate knowledge and skills of members within farmer organizations. Investigate individual farmer adaptation measures, such as additional services or decision-making at the farm level. Improve economic and social data collection and verification, especially district-level household income data and education level. Group members will help plan adaptation according to objectives and support adaptation measures in district-level development, or explicit spatial information about irrigation infrastructure and water supply. Same with the tourism sector. Assessing local risks and climate forecasting, which are essential for adaptation planning and should receive further support. Priorities for adaptation in tourism. All provinces have experienced risks and vulnerabilities in tourism over the past century, with rising temperatures identified as the main risk. Flooding currently poses a significant risk, which is important is expected to diminish in the future. Suggestions for planning adaptation strategies in tourism sector in coastal provinces can be summarized as follows. Prioritize measures for dealing with beach erosion, which must be given the utmost priority, and actions should be taken in the most natural way possible. Explore adaptation measures with mutual benefits in improving air quality, such as urban and transport planning, or the development of green city infrastructure. Stimulate and support ecotourism and address issues using natural methods, especially rural areas with limited remaining land in the city. Support adaptation measures for individual hotel operators, such as air quality control measures in the surrounding areas. Improve economic and social data collection and verification, particularly information on district-level tourism, cost, and travel duration. This will help support planning for adaptation according to objectives and enhance support for adaptation measures in development. district level or spatial information on tourism infrastructure, such as the number of hotels, tourist attractions, and natural attractions, should be also prioritized for adaptation planning and decision-making in the tourism sector. Assessing local risk and climate forecasting, which are essential for adaptation planning and should receive further support. Priorities for adaptation in fisheries. Rising temperatures, maximum and daily average temperatures will negatively affect both aquaculture and fisheries. The daily maximum temperature in some provinces rises almost 2 degrees Celsius above the mid-century baseline. This increases the sea surface temperature, leading to ocean acidification. As a result, the fisheries sector will experience impacts in both productivity and ecosystem health. Moreover, it also causes sea level rise that may lead to risk of flooding and higher salinity levels, which could further damage the aquaculture. Suggestions for planning adaptation strategies in the fisheries sectors in coastal provinces can be summarized as follows. Explore the potential financial solutions through adaptation measures to reduce the risk of flooding and erosion, which can be addressed collectively, such as the restoration of mangrove forests. These measures must be applicable across all coastal provinces, as every province bordering the Gulf of Thailand has experienced increasing risks and vulnerabilities related to fisheries over the past century. A key issue that needs addressing is the resilience of the fisheries sector in terms of adapting to changing species distributions, both within and between provinces, such as throughout the Gulf of Thailand. Climate and scenario forecast for assessing flood risk due to sea level rise (SLR) and sea surface temperature (SST) and increasing ocean acidification should be further developed, as these are crucial factors for effective adaptation planning in the fisheries sector.